Maybe. Can I see the framing? Okay. Do you mind the shadow?
I think it's okay.
Okay. It's your gig. Which products have I got in front of me? Heat protection?
This heat protection.
Okay. So, is there actually any point for this chair to be there right now?
No.
Okay.
So, what hair products are really, every girl must have? Question 43.
Okay, this is not going to work. So I said it again.
The first question.
Okay. Okay. Do you want to close that door for sound, or are we okay? Whatever.
Yes, thank you.
Well, even that is fine. So, good morning.
Morning. What are the products that every girl must have?
Okay. It's very essential that every girl has the right type of shampoo and the right type of conditioner specific for the needs of her hair. So therefore, you should really, when you look into your bathroom and open your, look at all the products you already have, and then think about if the products that you already have do actually what you want them to do. So therefore, if your hair is colored, get a shampoo for colored hair, and obviously the conditioner and the styling products for it. If your hair is curly, for curly. If your hair is straight, for straight. So therefore, just get the right shampoo and the conditioner and styling product that's right for your hair type and your hair needs.
Okay.
Question, am I speaking to you or to the camera?
But
No. Am I speaking, no, that's my question. Am I speaking directly into the camera?
No, you're speaking to me.
No.
Are you sure? Are you positive?
I saw that you were
Speaking to you, no, I know that, but what do you want me to do?
to camera.
To camera?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So we need to repeat that question. Was the answer too long or too short, or is that?
It was okay, but maybe you can. Do you want to take any products, or we just?
Well, then you need to. I mean, it's how much of a product advertisement do you want me to do? I don't even know what this is.
It's a shining and shape.
So please.
All
Merci.
What is the main product that every girl should have for their hair care?
Okay. I think it's very important that you really assess and re-look at the products that you already have at home and rethink if they actually do what you want them to do. So you should have the right products for your hair type, meaning if you want to achieve volume, then you should have something that's designed for volume, meaning you should have the right shampoo, the right conditioner, and the right styling products to achieve the results that you want to achieve.
get
I'm confused. Some stylists say I should use hair care products to protect hair from heat damage.
Okay.
So what is right?
Okay. First of all, hold on, let me rephrase.
keep holding.
It's essential that you use the products that are designed to protect your hair from any heat damage, and you use heat styling tools that actually don't damage your hair through excessive heat. So it's a combination of both. With Welaflex, for instance, in the heat range, you get the hold and the styling benefit that you want to achieve. Additionally, there's also a heat protection built in. If you want to go a step further, if you then select styling tools like the Braun Straightener or the Braun Curling Iron, you then have tools that are designed that are designed to protect your hair whilst styling them, as the temperature is set at a level that cannot damage your hair, and you can set it according to the needs of your hair.
And about
Happy with that?
Yeah, that's cool. About the greasy hair, we don't have now special product for greasy hair at all in Russia. Not not Head and Shoulders, no Pantene.
Kill the question.
Okay.
Ask me the question.
My hair become greasy very quickly after washing. What is the reason can be for that? And maybe I use shampoo and conditioner in the wrong way.
Often I experience when women get greasy hair right after washing their hair, it often means that they don't rinse off the conditioner well enough. So make sure when you apply the conditioner that you don't apply it right to the roots. You're actually conditioning just the mid-length and end, so from here downwards, and you're just applying it like this to then comb it through with a wide tooth comb. So don't apply it right on the scalp, and when you rinse it out, make sure that you really rinse out any conditioner and any shampoo, so therefore it doesn't weigh your hair down and your hair doesn't become greasy.
Okay. And how to choose right?
Same thing.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. And how to choose right hair care and styling products for colored hair?
Okay.
Is there any difference of hair care for blonde, for other types?
If you have colored hair and you're thinking about getting the right hair care for your hairstyle, sorry, let me again. If you're thinking about getting the right hairstyling routine and the right products, if you have colored hair, it's very important that you think about what you want to achieve. So if your hair is colored, there are only two different types of shampoo and conditioners. There's a selection on the market which have pigments, and they can enhance your natural color. Otherwise, it's a shampoo and conditioner for colored hair, and that will cover everything, which is if it's brown or blonde. So that doesn't matter. Sorry, cut. That was rubbish. Sorry, what was the question?
What's
Colored for Wellaflex?
yeah.
Okay, so I can't even show it either. Okay, repeat the question, please.
So, how to choose right hair care and styling products for colored hair? Is there any difference of hair care for blonde colored hair and for colored hair of dark shades?
Generally speaking, you don't, as long as you select a shampoo and a conditioner and a styling range that's designed to care for colored hair, you can use it on whatever shade your hair is. If it's brown or blonde, it doesn't matter. As long as it is for colored hair, you will be fine.
And how often should I color my hair?
Generally speaking, you should color your hair as often as you think you need to color it. Obviously, if the difference in your tonality is, and if you're very dark and you have very light highlights, for instance, you should. Can we do that again? Okay.
So, how often should I color my hair?
Generally speaking, it's very difficult to answer because it all depends on how often you would like to color your hair. If the color difference between your natural color and the color result is very different, i.e. you've got very dark roots and your ends are very blonde, you probably have to touch up your roots every 4 weeks. If you're having a very subtle effect, you can leave your hair color growing out for possibly 2 or 3 months. So generally speaking, the softer or the more blended the color result, and the smaller the color difference between your own natural color and the colored color, you can grow it out even longer. And that's actually something I would usually suggest because it looks more natural.
Okay. What shades, lengths, and styles are actual for spring, summer 13?
Is it only cuts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, because that question comes again and again and again. Do you wanna do one and we use that for everything, or?
If there is no differences, like for example, we can talk about the. We can use the same. Yeah, just make
Okay.
it once.
Okay. Right now, there are I would say two main trends. Sorry, again. Right now, there are two main trends. One is very long and very beautifully soft layered haircuts, which allow you to style your hair in various different ways. Meaning, even when you've got long hair, you can be quite versatile in styling it. So soft waves or soft curls or a soft up style is very easy to achieve if you have a soft framing around the face. The further trend is, which is developing actually quite strongly right now, is a so-called pixie haircut. You can see that on Charlize Theron, on Anne Hathaway, Emma Williams, sorry, Michelle Williams, shit. Okay. Currently, there are two major Currently, there are two major hairstyling trends, or haircut trends. You can actually see the differences mainly in length. The longer length is kind of around breast length and is very softly layered, which allow you to style your hair in many various ways. If it's a soft curl or soft wave, or if you want to put it up. These styles were often seen on the red carpets just now in the award season, but also on the catwalk. So it's a very, very feminine haircut. On the other side, there's a very short haircut developing. It's actually the pixie. And this haircut has now been shown on been seen on quite a few celebrities. I guess the most famous ones are Anne Hathaway, Charlize Theron, Michelle Williams. But this look has been around for quite a while and keeps coming back. It's very iconic. What's nice about it is you can style it in many different ways. So you can wear it very glamorous and flat and sleek to the scalp. You can spike it up as Halle Berry does. Or you can just have it very loose and shaky. So you've got something for every day and it looks very feminine and beautiful.
Okay. We will skip the optional from this
Yeah.
and then about the hair coloring and color trends.
What is with the question, please? Okay.
Roll.
Roll. Right now, there are two major trends in hair coloring developing. One is, if I would say, if your hair color is whispering or shouting, there's one that's whispering and one is shouting, and there's nothing really in between. So the shouting one is very, very vibrant colors. It's been around for about 2 or 3 seasons now. It's multi-tones, almost rainbow colors. So literally anything from bright red to bright pink over blue, yellow, you can do anything. What's changed is the color placement has become more luxurious and it's been more sophisticated. So you can even find it on very elegant ladies on 5th Avenue in New York, or you can find it with the girls who are very trendy in East London and have, very, very crazy hair colors. The other side of the trend, which is more whispering, is more a color tone or color trend that is like, you can see that the hair color is there, but doesn't shout. So it's more about enhancing your natural beauty, bringing out your own color tones and really polishing and adding a lot of shine. So get more blondes, more browns, more brunettes, and more red tones going. So all in all, very, very loud or just whispering, but beautiful.
Sorry, I hear.
Do we need to,
I hear.
do we need to do that again?
Please.
Can we open the door for 1 second?
This
Can we put a sign on the door and say do not disturb? Yeah, no, but can we put a sign on the door, do not disturb?
Ouais. Robin, fais un petit papier, tu mets.
Can we put a sign?
do not disturb.
Yeah, but actually write a note. Do not knock. Noise, no noise. Like put something on the door.
Recording process.
Oui,
Yeah. Actually, just open it for a second.
Tiens, des feuilles là.
Merci. On veut mettre un truc, on peut.
Non, j'ai que ça.
Bon,
Non, il y a des grandes feuilles blanches là.
Here.
Thank you.
Oh.
No. C'est carré peut-être, non? Juste
Here, use this.
paper.
Come in. Leave it open for a second so there's some air coming through.
Pardon.
Noise, hein?
You can't do this in here. It will be too noisy.
Ah. Sorry.
No?
No. I mean, when is there?
But there's one next door.
Ouais, so I need to be right there.
Yeah, phone on silence, everything on silence. Okay.
C'est bon, Robin?
Actually, wait. Sweating. Darling, am I sweating or not?
Yes. But what is the name of the model there? When there will be model and Sasha,
I see.
we need to move it here. So how can we have both? The product and the Sasha.
We arrange this with
How?
angle. Arms closer and like this.
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Okay. Can I just see what what you recorded so far? Can I just have a look?
What we did?
Yeah, just anything. I just want to see one quick thing.
Hair and haircut trends are for spring.
Okay, we have to break it down, otherwise it's going to be too long. So the haircut trends already set.
Yeah, sorry. They what the color trends?
Are you okay?
Yeah.
You need a coffee?
No.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you need a coffee?
No, sir. Thank
Do you need a coffee?
No, c'est-
Okay. Actually, no, we do that after. Let's do the next block and then I just want to drink something. Okay, so you're rolling?
I am.
Great. So the hair color trends for spring summer 2013 are going into two different directions. One is very, very loud, and if you would describe it in noise level, it would be screaming. The other one is some of whispering. It's kind of hair color that's kind of almost not visible, but very beautiful. So the very noisy hair color is, you can literally think of anything. It's multi-toned, it's reverse ombres. You can use pretty much any color that you like and anything you want to use. It's often inspired by rainbow colors. What has changed from the last 2 or 3 seasons, because this trend has been around for this amount of time now, is that the hair color or the hair color trend has become more elegant. It's become a tiny bit more grown up and is going to be worn or is being worn by women on the 5th Avenue as much as women in East London. So you've got the great mixture between very trendy and very elegant on one side. And on the other side, you would have a trend that I would describe as hyper-real. So take any hair color, if it's blonde or brown or red, and enhance your natural tone in those tonalities. So it's just hyper glossy, super beautiful and shiny, and just very rich tones. But there's no actual color trend in it. There's no certain tone right now. So just either super extreme or just hyper real. But whatever you do, have fun with it.
Okay, and is hair highlights still in fashion? If no, what would you recommend, especially for hair with chocolate shades of hair?
Highlighting techniques are still very much so in fashion. The difference, what has changed in the last couple of years, is that the highlighting techniques have become less visible. So you don't have the highlights that start right at the roots and go all the way to the bottom of your hair, to the tip of your hair, and are only in blondes. They've grown up a lot more and become a lot more sophisticated and also way more elegant. Currently, there's a lot more sort of texture going around. So if you think of the color of wood, especially if you think about brown tones, then you think in the right direction. So it's more a bit lighter and a bit darker than your natural tone to really create some highlights and lowlights and create beautiful variation rather than having colorful blocks and streaks.
Okay. I like the effect of ombre hair coloring. Is it still trendy for this spring? If so, what color matches?
Ombre has been a trend that's now been around for about 2 or 3 seasons, and it's definitely still very visible. It's a hair color that has really grown on me, and it really has grown outside. Women all over the world have adopted it more. It used to be very, very strong and ended up coming from a dip dye result, which is basically almost like a block color at the bottom and your own natural color at the top. Now it has sort of developed into something a lot more soft. So the ombre effect is kind of more grown out. Usually speaking, to have the most natural effect, choose a tone that's about 2 or 3 tones lighter than your own natural color and have a very washed, very faded effect from your own natural color to the very lightest end, mostly around the face and the hair framing your face and the very tips of your hair. If you want to go more extreme, do a reverse ombre, which is basically the opposite of what I just said. Basically, you would have, if your own hair is blonde, you would color the roots into a darker tone. Or if your hair is brown, you would color the roots blonde and leave the ends brown. So, however extreme you want to be, it's your choice.
And the last question, what is the most unusual hair coloring you did in your life?
It's a very interesting question. I guess the most unusual hair coloring job I've ever done in my life so far was for an advertising project. There's a race course, a horse racing course in England, which is called Ascot. And there is a day that's called Ladies' Day, where the ladies wear all the beautiful big hats. And for the advertising campaign that was all over Britain, they asked me if I would style horses' hair. And they asked me which hairstyles I would give them. And obviously, because of the long nose, I would advise them not to have a big beehive because it would sting in both ways. But because we were shooting a white horse and a very dark horse, I wanted to use sort of perfectly matching hair to give them a really long mane, which I ended up styling and coloring for this photo shoot. So that was probably the most unusual color job I've done so far. But maybe there's something else coming soon.
Cut.
Next.
Styling trend.
Sorry, I don't know your name. The guy in front of the monitor?
Florent.
Florent, would you mind shifting your head to the side?
Sorry.
Thank you. No, this way I can see what he's capturing. Wait, 1 second. That actually looks quite ugly. Have you had the products in so far at all?
Check.
Have you had the products in so far?
Yes.
Okay. Okay, let's do that again because that looks a little
Okay.
weird.
Like this.
1 second.
Good idea. Yeah. With the. Oh, fine.
That's a little better, no?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Okay, roll tape.
How to add more volume to thin hair? What haircuts would you work for thin hair to volume up? And what...
Stop. What, do we have the volumizing range anywhere?
Yeah.
You're rolling non-stop, aren't you?
Roll.
So, how to add more volume to thin hair? What
Mhm.
haircuts would you work for thin hair to volume up? And what Fleck products are suitable?
Okay. I often get the question, what can I do about, or what can someone do about fine hair, and what are the right haircuts and right hair length? It's very important that that your hair is not too long. When your hair is very, very long, unless you wear it in a ponytail, it will literally pull all the volume down, and it's almost impossible to achieve any volume. So really good hair length is kind of like sort of in between your chin and your shoulder, better even shorter. You don't want to go too short, so you still got some feminine length. A really good base cut is a graduated bob, so you're getting some nice shape, some roundness, and also some volume. A great styling range is Flex for volume, as it is designed to really bring out the maximum volume for hair without weighing your hair down. So it's very good. Additionally, on top of that, if you are using shampoo and conditioner, you want to make sure that you rinse out conditioners really well so they don't weigh your hair down. And on top of that, select a shampoo and conditioner that's specially designed for finer hair, so it actually boosts the volume.
Okay, could you please advise me interesting hairstyling for long bob?
What a fucking bizarre question. Okay, sure. Anything. You can cut it out. To vary a long bob in its styling, you need to make sure that the haircut is actually very, very softly layered. So you actually got sort of different lengths to play around with. So if it's all one length, it's going to be very difficult to vary the texture. So as long as you have soft layers, especially around the front, and you're working with a side-swept fringe, you can vary it in many ways. A great way of changing the texture is by using a straightener, such as the Braun Sensor Care Styler, and possibly using it to create some bendy waves or to create some flicking curls just for the ends. So therefore you just change the texture. If you have a curler at home, you can do almost the same and just flick the ends, so you're just getting some movement and texture in there. Additionally, on top, it's also nice when you start pulling the side hair backwards and create a tiny bit more volume at the back. So you can actually play around quite a lot. But really be open-minded of what you want to do. Start looking on the internet for some inspiration and have the right styling products for you at home.
It looks quite awkward that you showing it on yourself.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I don't.
We will cut it. We will cut it. Next one.
I mean, it's a bizarre question.
Yeah.
But okay. Next.
I read that hairstyling with stylers should be done carefully with no bending. However, I see many variations of hairstyling when, for example, you can work with styler on plates or use a foil to do a certain shape for hair.
That's something we're going to do on show. Mark that question to be answered when we do the demo.
Okay. Length and age. Are there any age limits for long hair, or it depends on person, style, in general, personality?
Okay. No, there is actually, there's no age limit to have long hair. What often happens is that the hair color changes, so you're getting white hair, or what people assume is to be gray hair, so it starts looking very dull, and the longer the hair is, the duller the hair looks. Often it's also, you know, when you're younger, you're wearing it in a tight ponytail, you're wearing it in upstyles. When your face starts getting a little softer, you've got more lines, and it's often nicer if you have some sort of shorter framing around the face, and that's usually suitable for more sort of the bob length or shorter lengths. So, is there an actual age limit? No. But often I recommend to wear shorter hair because the hair often loses its natural volume when you're becoming older, and so therefore just revive it with a fresh, cool haircut and a beautiful color to look a little bit more vibrant, a little more lively.
Okay. So the next one
God,
is
my
the-
mother's gonna shoot me. I'm lying non-stop. I'm gonna end up in heaven.
I use hairstylists to back comb and use bobby pins a lot. It's for demonstration.
Demonstration.
Yeah. And advice to create a romantic style demonstration.
This is block 3, no? We're now moving
We
on.
changed the places so it's now.
Roll.
1 second.
Ah.
1 second.
Je coupe.
Don't roll.
Good.
Okay. Sorry, what was the question again? Well,
So, in your opinion, what celebrities are having the most trendy haircuts this season?
right now there are 2 real trends developing, and they're really sported by many celebrities. One is the pixie, which original versions was kind of Mia Farrow inspired, which was cut through Vidal Sassoon. And currently Michelle Williams and Anne Hathaway are wearing it, but Halle Berry, and the latest one is Charlize Theron, who's just been wearing it at the Oscars. And they all look very, very different, but all very beautiful and very elegant. What's nice about it, it can be styled in very many ways. And obviously, as it's been on the red carpet, it is very glamorous. So short hair is a very nice trend this year, and it's very adaptable and very versatile. On the longer side, I would just say it's just beautiful, gorgeous, soft flowing hair. And you really can find your inspiration on Jessica Alba, Jessica Chastain, Heidi Klum and Isla Fisher are probably the ones who really sport the best hair at the moment. Beautiful, gorgeous hair, healthy and shiny with a perfect tone and color. Just looking great.
That's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
Good.
How many people are actually there? It looks like there are 3 people.
No, 12. 12 top bloggers with a million views. It's kind of exclusive event.
Наша задумка является создать живую интересную платформу, на которой возможность, на которой у всех будет одинаковая возможность для того, чтобы делиться своей информацией. Она позволит нам собрать воедино такие такого синхрона, как блогеров и потребителей. Мы очень надеемся, что подобная встреча, как сегодня, станет нашей доброй традицией, и мы сможем регулярно рассказывать о наших брендах, сказать о наших успехах и рассказывать
She's already.
то, что происходит нового.
She's gonna finish right
И
now.
сегодня я хочу вам представить
She's introducing you.
нашего успешного старшего героя. Он постепенно станет сильным брендом, который называется «Тут сейчас находится». И сейчас мы подключаем. Hello, Sasha.
Hello to all of you in Moscow. How are you today?
Great. Very good, thank you.
Excellent. So it's going to be a little rock and roll. We're obviously doing this via the internet. I'm just in Nice, in France. So if there are any technical delays, please excuse us.
Поэтому у нас такой интерактив сегодня получится небольшой при помощи интернета. Если не хотите, пожалуйста, задержите. Для начала у нас такой того, что такой интерактив сегодня именно интерактив.
I like this to be as active and interactive as possible. So if there's anything you don't understand, if there's anything you don't hear, or if there's anything you would like to see, just ask me and I will go into it right away. Okay, so let's begin. I would like to present the latest top 5 trends of the Spring-Summer 2013 Fashion Week shows. It's a little summary of what's really up to date, what's really trend, and what will inspire your readers as well as the people on the street. So the first... The first look I like to talk about is its center partings. The center parting itself was a massive trend and was seen in many different ways. Often seen just when the hair was pulled back into a ponytail or a chignon, but here we see with open, soft flowing waves. These looks were shown, or were, I've just selected them because they were one of the key trends, and they were shown at Isabelle Marant, Dior van Furstenberg, and Versace. Obviously, it's a very, very light and very summery trend, so it's perfect for when the weather is great that you can recreate this at home. In a minute, I will actually show you how to get to this result. Can you click to the next slide, please? So right now you should see the braiding trend on your screen. Braiding has been a trend that's been around for almost 2 or 3 seasons now, and often it was you have the fishtail braid, or you have the milkmaid braid all the way around, or a French braid. The trend has moved on quite a bit, and now the braids have actually become an accessory. As you can see the examples on the screen, the braid is actually sitting on top of an already finished hairstyle. Excellent. Let's move on to the next slide, please. A similar thing happened with twists, knots, and turns. It was visible at the biggest shows at Gucci, Chanel, and Paul Smith. You just hide in the middle. So you're ending up with a perfect curl. Right, so it's actually just a loop. So it's not very complicated technique at all. You then take a straightener and just clamp the hair for about 3 seconds,
примерно 3 секунды,
and then you move on, and you literally clamp the entire loop.
так по всей ширине руки.
I literally let it drop into my hands. So the temperature of it is quite warm, but it's so warm that you can touch it immediately, so it's not boiling hot.
Притом при этом нагревается, но не до такой степени, чтобы быть горячим, может именно подробно.
There's actually the wrong information that you need very hot temperatures to change the texture of the hair. It's completely wrong. Actually,
Неправильно считается, что именно высокая температура может изменить структуру волоса.
actually, only temperatures until 200 degrees are good for the hair and don't damage it.
Только температура до 200 градусов не будет волосам.
So now you can see how this beautiful curl has a lot of bounce and is perfectly glamorous. Pull out a bit more. So it's a very simple technique. You literally just take a strand of hair, wrap it around the finger, clamp it with the iron, let it cool out. Ideally, if you're doing this at home, then I would suggest that you start on top and do the top sections and clamp them with those little grips, just to hold them in place. So all the hair's out of the way. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to change the parting into a low sitting side parting. And you can already see what happens from the innocent summer look. Just by changing the parting, it becomes way more elegant. You want this to be all drooping over to one side. Finish of the hair line once again, so it's really polished and neat. Tip your head a tiny bit to the side, please. No, just tip your head to the side. No, no, no. Tip your head to the side. Thank you. And this way, if you want to spray in more hairspray, you just do it from underneath. Close your eyes. And in 2 minutes, you've got beautiful red carpet hair and looking like Jessica Alba. Any questions so far? Okay, let's move on. One of the last but not least trend of this season is volume. It's definitely a look that will always be visible. Sorry, did I interrupt you? Are you finished? Okay, sorry. So one of the biggest trends is always going to be there, volume. Volume is always a little more difficult to achieve, and that's the reason why I wanted to show you really briefly how you can achieve a red carpet or catwalk look. Again, in 2 minutes, very simple, very straightforward, and just transform something which can be either done on straight hair or on curly hair. So I just changed the parting a tiny bit again, so it's a tiny bit more innocent. And then I will start by backcombing the back of the head. So imagine a line. Imagine a line from ear to ear, all the way over the top of her head. So all of the hair behind the ear, just in the top section, will be backcombed.
И верхняя часть секции задних за ушами, начать полностью верхнюю секцию.
So what I will be doing now, let's turn again please. You take a small subsection,
Берете прядь волос,
which should be roughly as big as the section of your the tooth section of your comb.
по ширине она должна примерно совпадать с шириной расчески.
You comb the hair through,
Расчесываете прядь,
you hold it firmly in one hand.
одной рукой голову держите,
She's got very long hair.
но очень
And then about 4 fingers away from the scalp, I push the comb into the hair.
И примерно на расстоянии 4 пальцев от головы вставляете расческу прядь.
And then in one firm stroke, just push the comb down to the scalp.
И одним движением нажимаете на расческу в сторону головы.
Then I do it from the other side.
Потом переходим на другую сторону пряди.
And this way, you're creating amazing backcombing without damaging the hair.
Таким образом, создаем прекрасный начес и придать волос.
So here you can really see how much volume you can build up.
Сейчас вы можете увидеть, сколько на самом деле объема можно достичь.
It's very firm, but it's very easy to brush out.
И при этом очень легко волосы расчесывать.
So everything is gone. The way how this works is you're literally folding hair on top of each other, rather than doing it like in the granny salon where it just looks like that and there's this big nest.
Получается, что вы как бы просто сгибаете волосы, вместо того, чтобы просто волосы как гнездо, как делали обычно на швабрах салона.
So backcombing itself doesn't damage the hair, it's just you need to do it in the right way.
То есть начес на самом деле не будет волосам, но будет правильно делать.
So now I'm just repeating the technique, which is from the back, from the front, from the back, from the front. And now I'm going to be moving in little half moon circles, a little more down the back of her head. Is this something you think you can achieve at home? Yes? No? Sorry?
Some say yes, some say no.
Who says no? I want to know why.
The more hair you have, the more difficult it becomes.
Pardon?
The more hair you have, the more difficult it becomes.
Trust me, she has shitloads. But the good thing is when you have lots of hair, you probably won't need that much backcombing anyway, because you will have quite a lot of volume naturally. This is kind of more for a tip for people which have average amount of hair and just want to create volume and have difficulties actually achieving it. Otherwise, if you're setting up a date with your hairdresser, that always helps.
It's difficult to do something for yourself, to do this on your own hair.
This technique is actually the reason why I'm showing this to you is because I really believe that this is very simple. Because what you're doing, you can actually see in the mirror. You're doing it like so, and the only thing you're doing is swapping the comb side. So actually, it's not a very complicated technique. It's very simple. But I heard I'm back in Moscow soon, so let's set up an appointment. We do a backcombing lesson.
But they're asking where should they sign in?
Pardon?
Where should they sign in?
Speak to the people from Procter and Gamble. They will know. So, turn your head sideways. So I've done the top section, so about 3 rows, right? I'm now going to gather the hair all the way to the back. So if you're doing this back at home, you want to shake your hair slightly backwards. Then I'm using the outside of the comb, of the brush, of the bronze set and hairbrush. I'm not placing it straight on the head, I'm using it sideways. So, meaning I'm not pushing it into the hair, it's just, I'm gently stroking it. So this immediately clears out the outer surface, but keeps all the volume in. Once you're done with this, you just take some hair from the front, about this much. Can you see this? And I'm taking roughly the same amount from the other side. This is very individual to your own face shape. So on some people it looks better with more hair, and some people it looks better with less hair. Some it looks better when you just take a very small strand from the side, as in here. So it's very versatile. So, what I'm doing is turn your head all the way. So here are the 2 strands. Okay? I'm putting them across. And the other one, like so. Alright? I'm then taking a hair grip, something like this. Okay? That's matching a hair color. And I'm going to push one in upwards. And one downwards. Crossing the other one. So it's almost invisible. It has a very good hold with 2 clips. And now you can adjust the amount of how much volume you have just by gently pulling it. So you can really pull it out and end up looking like Amy Winehouse or Adele, as she did at the Golden Globes, which was obviously more extreme. Or you can have a slightly softer version like Selena Gomez when I started for the UNICEF ball in New York. So this is really all dependent on how much hair you have in the front, how many layers you have, if you have a fringe, if all the hair is layered, if it's all one length, to define what's the perfect style for you around the front. And immediately you've got a beautiful red carpet or catwalk inspired look. That shows the best of both worlds, which is beautiful long hair and volume. What I like about this look, it's very innocent, it looks quite romantic, it has a very fresh approach, and it definitely looks like you just styled your hair. So there's something quite beautiful about it.
Прическа очень замечательна тем, что ну, только получился очень любимым, очень романтичным, в то же время очень свежим и выглядит так, как была работа только что уложили ваши волосы.
I hope you like it, and I hope you like the little trend presentation. And now I'm ready for you for any questions that you might have.
Надеюсь, что вам понравился небольшой мастер-класс, и если у вас есть какие-то вопросы, то, пожалуйста, задавайте. Sasha, where do you get your trends from? Do you see these trends on the catwalks, or where do you get these ideas?
The five last trends were my own summary of what I've seen, or what I've selected as the top trends from the spring-summer 2013 runway shows.
Саша, он сам лично выбрал из того, что он видел на подиумах сезона весна-лето 2014 года. So first you see them on the catwalk, and then you choose from those looks.
Correct. So this is my interpretation or my summary of the catwalk looks that I've been viewing globally, or when I work on the shows myself.
Это просто общий обзор, который делал Саша из показов на подиумах по всему миру. Из его, так сказать, пять трендов, которые он выбрал. Исходя из всех показов, которые он видел, и в которых он даже участвовал. And this is how the fashion, which and the trends are created for the season.
Correct. So I've selected these looks purposely because all of the looks that, or most of the looks that were visible on the spring-summer 2013 catwalk shows were very wearable. So I've selected the ones that had the most separation amongst each other to show you the latest trends, and on two of them, or on three of them, actually how to get there, which is the center parting with a soft wave, how to get to the waves, how to turn it into a red carpet look by being a bit more Jessica Alba-like and a bit more Veronica Lake, so very sexy, as well as having sort of a bit Brigitte Bardot-inspired sexiness.
И эти пять трендов Саша выбрал потому, что они очень часто встречаются, потому что их можно воссоздать и в домашних условиях. То есть их можно носить, их можно делать и только для подиума, и только для красного дорожки. Три из пяти луков Саша показала. Первый – вопрос с обуви, второй – это другой носой пробор, и третий – вот такой, скажем, образ представленный Brigitte Bardot, который сейчас видно.
Do you have any further questions?
Есть какие-то вопросы? And Sasha, what do you think of color here? Pink, red, blue, whatever. So, what do you think of this trend?
What do I think? Okay, so if I understood the question right, you're asking me what I think are the latest trends are?
No, the latest trend, what do you think of such looks with the color here, with different strands of different colors, red and pink and other colors?
Well, I think it's been a trend that's been around for almost 3 seasons now. When I first developed, I really thought it would only last for 1 season, but it's been going on for such a long time now, and it's really developed, so it's become more luxurious and more sort of wearable. I actually really started liking it the second time around because it started looking more elegant. So if it's multicolored or rainbow colored hair,
Несколько сезонов уже актуально, то есть существовал сначала такой вариант, что он всего лишь актуален этот сезон, но уже 2-3 сезона актуален этот тренд, но сейчас вот экстремальный вариант, он становится более элегантным.
if it's multicolored or even rainbow colored hair, or the tones are very extreme, I generally quite like it. It's just it needs to be the perfect placement.
Если вопрос прекрасного значит, старания, максимальный вариант, чтобы сажу лично нравится, do you think that bright colors, extreme colors, are damage the hair more than regular colors?
Sorry, I didn't hear you properly. Can you repeat the last part?
Do extreme colors such as red, pink, blue damage the hair more than just usual colors?
No, you can't say that. Generally speaking, you can't say that they more damage the hair. What is often the case that if you want to have an extreme color result on dark hair, you have to lift the tone, the darkness of the hair to a quite light tone to actually to have the vibrancy of the color. Depending on how this is done, this can be slightly stressful to the hair, but shouldn't be damaging.
Вообще нельзя сказать, что он больше идет волосам. Единственный момент такой, если вы хотите добиться экстремального цвета на темных волосах, нужно их осветлить на несколько тонов. И в зависимости от того, это может немного стрессообразующий фактор для волос. То есть они могут немножко проявить, в зависимости от того, как вы осветляете на волосы, то это очень может быть, а может быть так, что обычно.
So the clear answer, if your hair is already very light and you're just applying a very vibrant color, such as pink, red, or whatever, there is no damage to the hair or there's no stress. Did I answer your question?
Yes, we have one more question. Sasha, the model has wonderful, long, gorgeous hair, and what should we do if the hair isn't as long?
Keep growing it. In about 15 minutes, I'm gonna lose it. Okay. Answer me the question. Ask me the question.
Oh, sorry.
Masha, you sleepy today, huh?
So, what techniques are right to create big waves without damage for hair?
Okay. So I often get asked how to recreate or how to create beautiful, bouncy, big curls or waves. And here's the perfect example. So this is what I would describe as the perfect result of beautiful waves looking modern and fresh without looking too dated. So you've got the glamorous texture and it looks very soft. A great way of doing so without damaging the hair is you take a strand roughly of the size of this, so not more, 2 fingers, tip them down and then just wrap the hair around your fingers, hiding the ends right in the center. So you're ending up with a beautiful loop, just like so. You then take a straightening iron, and your straightening iron should be only as hot as 200 degrees or below, so not hotter. So I've selected the Braun Sensor Care one as it automatically tells me which temperature it needs to style your hair. It automatically adjusts its own temperature to style your hair. So I'm now clamping the hair for about 3 seconds at a time, then move on. Once I'm finished with the section, I let it drop right in my hand, so it's very warm but it's not hot. So I let it just cool out. When you're doing this at home, you might want to consider clamping this with a little clip, like so. So the hair is clipped out of the way. Okay? Once you're done with that, I'm just going to show you how much bounce you're getting. in this one section. So it's very quickly done. You can do your whole head maybe in 15 sections, and you're getting this beautiful glamorous wave. What you want to do then afterwards is just brush it out. Tip your head a tiny bit to the side. Thank you. Use a tiny bit of hairspray. And tip it to the other side. And here you create beautiful soft curls which have a lot of bounce, gonna last all night, can look glamorous but also very fresh without damaging the hair.
Cut. So for hair while using stylers and doing back combs, which bobby pins and rubber bands should I avoid using to reduce damage for hair?
So I often get asked how to style hair that's not very complicated, but also give you style that is very visible right away. So I'm just going to show you a couple of little tricks. So to begin with, you need to be prepared. You should, in your office or at home, you should have a few rubber bands. I really like these ones. They're kind of fabric coated, but they don't have any metal on them, so they don't damage the hair. Other really good ones are these anti-snap ones. They're see-through, so they match any color, which is really good. And then you want to have a few really strong, good grips, which means that when you open and bend them, they snap back, so they will last quite a while. So if you spend a tiny bit more money, it doesn't matter because you're going to save in the long run. Also, a really good hairspray you definitely need, a tooth comb, and obviously a really good brush, such as the Braun satin hairbrush. So this is what you need. What you then need to do is backcombing. The right backcombing doesn't damage your hair, as it literally will just fold hair on top of each other. You're taking a section which is similar to the size or like the size of the T-section of your comb. So not bigger. You take this section, you hold it up with tension with your fingers, about 4 fingers away from the scalp. You push in the comb, and from there downwards, you're pushing it in one big stroke to the scalp. You then use the comb from the back side of the section and do repeat. You do the same thing from the front again, and again from the back, and from the front, and the back, and the front, and the back. So therefore, you're actually just folding hair on top of each other. And you're getting beautiful, big, bouncy volume that's very easy, very light, and still very fluffy. It will give you maximum hold. Especially if your hair is freshly washed, you definitely want to use a small amount of hairspray. And the right way of doing so is you just literally fly past with the can. So just a very small mist, not too close, not too far away, about 20 centimeters, just one quick mist. I'm then going to repeat this section even further and going to work my way in slices towards the back. You need about 5 sections at the back of the head, and they should be all behind your ear. So think about a line from ear to ear across the head, and all the hair backwards from that you can backcomb. So I'm almost done. So from the side, you can clearly now see how much volume has been created in this section. You then take a brush, but what's very important is that you're only using the side brushes, and I'm not using it flat, I'm using it slightly tilted to the side. So I'm also using it very gently and literally fly over the hair, which removes everything that's raw underneath, but still keeps in all the volume. So very gently, pull this back, let it drop, and then you want to use some sections from the side, about this much. Turn your head even more. And I'm using a similar strand from the other side. And turn your head even more. Perfect. And they meet in the middle, so you just cross them. You then use one of these Kirby grips, or called bobby pins in some countries, and you just dive it into the hair and push it down. You then use one more clip. It's already holding. I'm just going to use one more clip and do the opposite and push it across and opposite. So they're really holding each other. So now you can gently pull the hair into shape. Possibly use some of these pins to adjust the shape very slightly. Turn your face towards me. And now you've got the perfect combination of beautiful open hair, volume at the top, which looks a tiny bit styled and retro, but at the same time very beautiful and modern. And you can tuck this part behind the ear or just leave it open as you like. So it's very, very easy. It's very simple to do and only takes a couple of minutes. So it's a very quick way of recreating. Have fun. Good. So that was that one.
For hair while using stylers and doing back combs, which bobby pins and rubber bands should I avoid using to reduce damage for hair?
So I often get asked how to style hair that's not very complicated, but also give you style that is very visible right away. So I'm just going to show you a couple of little tricks. So to begin with, you need to be prepared. You should, in your office or at home, you should have a few rubber bands. I really like these ones. They're kind of fabric coated, but they don't have any metal on them, so they don't damage the hair. Other really good ones are these anti-snap ones. They're see-through, so they match any color, which is really good. And then you want to have a few really strong, good grips, which means that when you open and bend them, they snap back, so they will last quite a while. So if you spend a tiny bit more money, it doesn't matter because you're going to save in the long run. Also, a really good hairspray you definitely need, a tooth comb, and obviously a really good brush, such as the Braun satin hairbrush. So this is what you need. What you then need to do is backcombing. The right backcombing doesn't damage your hair, as it literally will just fold hair on top of each other. You're taking a section which is similar to the size or like the size of the T-section of your comb. So not bigger. You take the section, you hold it up with tension with your fingers, about 4 fingers away from the scalp. You push in the comb, and from there downwards, you're pushing it in one big stroke to the scalp. You then use the comb from the back side of the section and repeat. You do the same thing from the front again, and again from the back, and from the front, and the back, and the front, and the back. So therefore, you're actually just folding hair on top of each other. And you're getting beautiful, big, bouncy volume that's very easy, very light, and still very fluffy. It will give you maximum hold. Especially if your hair is freshly washed, you definitely want to use a small amount of hairspray, and the right way of doing so is you just literally fly past with the can. So just a very small mist, not too close, not too far away, about 20 centimeters, just one quick mist. I'm then going to repeat the section even further and going to work my way in slices towards the back. You need about 5 sections at the back of the head, and they should be all behind your ear. So think about a line from ear to ear across the head, and all the hair backwards from that you can backcomb. So I'm almost done. So from the side you can clearly now see how much volume has been created in this section. You then take a brush, but what's very important is that you're only using the side brushes, and I'm not using it flat, I'm using it slightly tilted to the side. So I'm also using it very gently and literally fly over the hair, which removes everything that's raw underneath, but still keeps in all the volume. So very gently, pull this back, let it drop, and then you want to use some sections from the side, about this much. Turn your head even more. And I'm using a similar strength from the other side. And turn your head even more. Perfect. And they meet in the middle, so you just cross them. You then use one of these Kirby grips, or called bobby pins in some countries. And you just dive it into the hair and push it.
Great romantic hairstyle if I'm in office and only have a comb, mousse, and hairspray.
Okay. This is it afterwards, right?
Hmm?
This is the last question?
Yeah, and we have just some introduction video.
Oh yeah, okay.
afterwards.
Okay, that's fine. I just quickly wanted to show you how you can create a really beautiful, very simple, but very romantic and very effective hairstyle. You can do this in the office, or you can do this at home. This is a hairstyle that's been kind of developing in the last sort of 2 to 3 seasons, so it's very current, has just been seen again on the catwalks or a version of. Braiding has been one of the key topics. It's very simple. You only need a few things, but they're essential. You definitely want one elastic. You might want a little comb, but you definitely want some hairspray. So you start off with a side swept ponytail. So you're just pushing all the hair into the side. And below the ear, you gather all the hair with one elastic. So you can do this with your fingers. It doesn't need to be too neat. What's nice about this hairstyle, it actually works better if it's not too perfect. So I'm only doing this about 3 times, so it's tight, but I can still pull it down because I will need this elastic later on. You then take the hair and split it into 2 halves. You then take one section from the outside, okay, and fold it into the middle. You then take another section from the other outside and fold it across. So you're actually just taking 2 strands from either side and crisscrossing them, okay? I then go back to the first side, take another small strand and fold it across. Go back to the other side and fold this across. And repeat. So I'm only literally taking small strands from either side and folding them in the middle across each other. It's very simple, and you're only holding these parts away from each other. This is called a fishtail braid, and often it seems that it is very complicated, but it's actually a lot easier than a usual braid. You don't have to really, you don't have to work that it's very neat, because you can work with individual strands. They can be a little thicker, they can be a little thinner. It doesn't matter if something drops out, if there are a few hairs that are standing away. It actually gets more and more beautiful the more messy it gets. What's really nice about it, this is really a style that works perfectly for spring summer, as it is very light, and especially when you have hair that has more than one tone, as she has, it really starts reading on the ponytail or on the braid. So it's a very nice way of showing off your color in the most beautiful way. So I'm almost finished. So as I said before, I'm only repeating what I've done before, taking small strands from each side and folding them in the middle. So I actually want to leave out a few strands at the ends, so it looks a little more lived in, and I also don't want it too tight. So I'm going to finish here. I'm now going to take the elastic from the top, oops, and pull it out. That was actually a little too tight. Shit. Can we cut here? Shit. Okay.
Yeah.
So I kind of finished here now, because I want to leave some of these strands out, and now we'll use the elastic from the top and just pull it down on the hair till the ends, retighten it, and it rips. Cut. Fuck's sake!
No.
I'm just going to retighten the elastic at the ends, like so. So the elastic from here has been pulled down there. What has happened, this gave me the strength to make a really neat braid, but now it's because it's open, it actually becomes really beautiful and looks even more organic. So the flow is very soft, and now I'm going to use my hands and pull the ponytail apart. So I want it a bit thicker, a bit more fat at the base of the ponytail, and thinner towards the end. And that's also the reason why I wanted a bit of play here, so I can pull it apart. And this is where the hairspray comes in. So you just spray a tiny bit of hairspray on the outside and from the underneath, so it gives it some extra hold. You start working on this, massage it a little, so it gets this loose, lovely lift-in texture, so it doesn't look like it's just been done. Brush the side even more over. Close your eyes, please. Et voilà. One little pin. There's your style. Tiny bit of braids, one elastic, bit of hairspray, and a beautiful style that has a lot of beautiful detail and just looks stylish and is a perfect summer accessory. Have fun.
Okay. It's so beautiful.
She's so beautiful.
One, no. Yeah, one.
I don't wear head in winter. Does it mean I should do some special hair care?
Obviously, with the harsh temperatures that you have in Russia, you should definitely look into a bit more protection and possibly think about using a moisture mask if you don't wear a hat to protect your hair in winter. So that's definitely a good option, and it definitely nourishes your hair with the right amount of moisture.
I have long hair and my ends up super dry and brittle.
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 Yeah, brittle. Whatever. Fine.
So, what products will help me?
Okay, same thing. Hold on. What is that shit?
This is the
What is it?
cream for immediate control for.
Frizz?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, that's not. And we have volume.
No. Moisture, 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 moisture. Have you got the shampoo, conditioner?
And we have repair. No,
good.
repair mask.
Rolling.
Yes.
So I often hear from women who have got very long hair that their ends are very brittle and dry and often is broken. This is obviously because your hair is very old at that point. It grows about 1 centimeter per month, so obviously it takes a while to get from here to this length. And I guess there's only one thing that I can recommend, and that's the Pro Series Repair Mask, at least once a week. Especially concentrate on the mid-lengths and ends. To apply it, and will really make a difference. You use it a couple of times and you will feel the difference. Trust me, try it out and have fun. And for this line, I'm going to end up in heaven.
What?
Hello and welcome. My name is Sasha Brewer. Okay. Hi, my name is Sasha Breuer. I'm Weller's International Stylist, and I'd like to welcome you to Weller's Success Academy. Sorry, I've caught her. It's fine, doesn't matter. Don't move, please. Hello, and welcome today. My name is Sasha Brewer. I'm Weller's International Stylist, and I'd like to welcome you to Weller's Success Academy. Have fun.
Now the final line.
Thank you very much for watching.
Yeah, I'm Sasha Breuer. It was nice seeing you. Wish you good luck. And hope to see you in Vela Success Academy again.
Okay. What?
It was nice seeing you.
Okay, I didn't see them. Okay, I say
Wish you
something.
good luck.
Okay.
Because they are going to use your tips.
Okay. I hope you find my tips useful, and I'll see you again at Weller's Success Academy. Have a great day. Bye.
And we need to do it 4 more times, like you coming out of the, so we can use it in different blocks.
Do I need to do the intro as well?
No.
Okay, the intro is fine.
The same.
Oh, but then walk out. Then walk out?
Yeah. The same and walk out.
Okay, brilliant. I hope you found my tips useful, and I'll see you again at Weller's Success Academy. Have fun. How far can I walk out of this side?
Sorry?
How far can I walk out of this side? When do you stop seeing me?
No. Just now.
I want to give you variation. Because I can't go backwards and...
And does a table.
Okay. Fucking hell. I hope you find my tips useful, and I'll see you again at Weller Success Academy. Have fun trying my tips and good luck. Bye. One more?
Yeah, like here, one here.
Okay. I hope I could give you some tips that you find useful, and it would be lovely to see you again at Weller Success Academy. Have a great day and have fun trying the tips.
Okay, that's it. So we have the last thing. The last thing.
What?
Paul,
I'm just waiting for the...
you're right.
Hi, I'm Sasha Brewer, Weller's international stylist, and I'd like to introduce you to the Weller Academy of Success. We all understand success differently, but we all understand that looking good is a very huge part of being successful. So at the Weller Academy of Success, we just wanted to share you the latest tricks and the latest secrets and give you some advice and answer all your questions for you to be as good looking as you can be and just get the results that you want. So hopefully we can answer all your questions, and feel free to fire away at any time. Thank you very much and goodbye. That was rubbish.
It was nice, except the
Last bit. Okay. I will help you to work on all your looks, answer questions, and profit, and I wish you success and welcome to okay. You're rolling?
Ah, yes, yes. Sorry.
Okay.
I was waiting for you.
Sorry. Hi, I'm Sasha Brewer, Weller's International Stylist, and I'd like to welcome you to Weller's International... Sorry. Hi, I'm Sasha Brewer, Weller's International Stylist, and I'd like to welcome you to Weller's Academy of Success. We all understand success differently, but I guess we all understand... Fuck! So I guess you can use the intro? Yes.
yes.
Okay. We all want to be successful, and I guess we all got a different understanding of what success means. But I guess we can also say that good looking and being attractive it can be a huge part of being successful. So here at the Weller Academy of Success, we'd like to share the latest secrets and give you the right advice and answer all your questions of how to become good looking and become the most attractive. So I hope you find all the answers that you're looking for, and good luck.
Okay.
Cut.
I'm just going to do bit by bit now.
Okay. Roll.
Hi, I'm Sasha Brewer, Weller's International Stylist, and I'd like to welcome you to the Weller Academy of Success. We all want success, but we all understand success differently. But I guess we all understand also that being attractive, is it, by the way, is this subtitled again?
Of course.
Oh, okay, so it doesn't fucking matter. Kind of. We all want to be successful, and we all understand success differently, but I guess we all understand that being attractive can be a very huge part of being successful. So here at the Weller Academy of Success, we want to share the latest secret and give you all the tips and advice so you can be as beautiful and attractive to be successful. Good luck all the success and hope to see you soon at the Well Academy of Success. Done.
Good.
Wait 1 second.
Il faut juste qu'il bouge un petit peu.
Wait.
Ah, il est mal, les instruments aussi.
Ouais. Je vais
Le
faire
sèche-cheveux.
Les 3, je vais faire. Les 3, c'est bon. Roll.
Ouais. Bon, il y a juste un bout de pantalon derrière,
Ouais.
un bout de jambe.
Alors attends. Another one, the tools.
Ouais. Voilà. Toi, 20 secondes chacune.
Ouais.
Baby,
No.
let's make
No. Voilà, 5 seconds. Okay, good. And the last one? Five, 4, 3. It's okay.
Yes.
You want to just do one without anything? Just like
The same tree?
Yeah.
Fais moi
just
Without
like-
him? Okay.
Right.
C'est
Let's go.
Fucking hell, we're done.
Here how I deliver to use material
You're done?
on the server.
think so.
Okay.
Ah no, sorry, last,
On the left TP.
a few seconds on the last button.
I think so.
Okay, now.